What is up, people? It has been such a long time since I've done a video. For all those who are wondering where I've been, which is a fat number of zero, I've been megally busy with work. But through this COVID to quarantine to the protest to Black Lives Matter to everything that's going on in the world, I wanted to do a video that was normal to me, geeky, that just goes over something that I truly enjoy and love, and that is Smallville. Now, Smallville was my main show back in the day. It was my pretty much introduction into the world of Superman. Other than the 90s animated series, big up that series, the Smallville show pretty much introduced me to the different types of kryptonites, to the characters, to the villains and their versions of these villains. And quite recently in the Arrowverse crossover, we discovered that the show takes place on Earth 167, and because of that factor it made me accept more about the show, but also what they were going for, because Smallville is a completely different show and it's a different story to this version of Superman. Because it takes place on this Earth of Superman, it makes me accept more for some reason, and I wanted to go back and revisit, which is something I have not done in years, and I want to review each season as I go along. So this is my review of season 1. Now, right off the bat, you are introduced to the main cast of Smallville in season 1 from the pilot to the end, and you get to see their development. I mean, let's go over the cast alone. The whole cast was absolutely spot on. The main factor you had to cast spot on was Clark Kent and Lex Luthor, and they got it bang on. Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling were absolutely amazing cast, and this is pretty much Tom Welling at the beginning of his acting career, and he was such a good actor. He's learning, he was getting used to it, and I honestly, there's not one bit where I can say his acting was shit or choppy. It was actually pretty good. Even Michael Rosenbaum's was absolutely amazing, and the way they told in this first season the journey of these two becoming frenemies, I want to call it out to be, pretty much, because Lex Luthor is trying to catch Clark out. He suspects, but then Clark's always one step ahead, and obviously we're going to see that progress out in the seasons. But in this season 1 basis, you are seeing the progression of this version of the characters and their version of meeting each other, and how they technically started as friends. Now, I can't go past without talking about the casting of the parents. They were absolutely spot on. Obviously, the one that played Martha Wayne was in one of the Christopher Reeve Supermans, and they just pretty much knocked out the park with casting the parents. Now, obviously, we got Lana Lang and Chloe Sullivan. You have to look past you have to forget the fact that the actress who played Chloe Sullivan, the stuff that she was entangled in, and the cult that she was in, if you just can't forget that and concentrate on the time period this took place in, obviously 2001, of season 1, it was pretty much good casting, and I stick by that casting now. Obviously, what she's been into since she's left, we don't talk about, but in the confines of Smallville, it was pretty much spot on to his friends, even his other friend Jimmy, I think his name was. I cannot remember his name right now. I am very tired from work, but it was pretty much good casting. The one thing I would give to the show is their originality. They took a premise of a man coming to Earth with meteorites, and they took and they expanded on that, with the meteorites having much more an effect on the environment, people, the whole town, and they made that a good factor. People getting powers from the meteorites and how they use them. Clark have to going up against them one by one. My only problem is the way he just went through villains like that, and it was just like gone, and it was like, I would like them to go back to that in the future, and I'm thinking to do. I cannot remember Smallville that well. I have not watched it in years, but this is my reintroduction to it for myself. But I hope they will go back to these villains later on, so that they can be more flushed out. Now, this was like a 22 episode season, and the way they did it was very good, and the way it went on from episode 1 to 22 was a progression of Clark, and we got to see him. I mean, he learned X-ray in this season. Obviously, he's going to learn other powers down the line. He already has super speed, and we learned that he's bulletproof, I think, and it was pretty much a great progression of the character. And the way they ended it with the whole twister in episode 22, and that being the cliffhanger to season 2, it was pretty much a great season. It was not even, I could not say it was a flawed season. They had it very spot on, and it's very, I gotta say, well done. One thing that annoyed me just a bit was when Clark goes up to his friends and tells them, don't trust this person. Instead of his friends believing in Clark. They brush him off all the fucking time, and it annoys me to the core. It reminds me of Hermione Granger in Harry Potter. Every time Harry Potter would say something like, "Oh, there's something put in the carriage," Hermione, this wants to be the smartest wizard in the world, who is in a world of magic, goes, "No, there's nothing put in the carriage, Harry." I'm like, Hermione, come on now. And this is the way I am with the characters, Lana Lang and Chloe, and sometimes his other friend, I am forgetting his name, forgive me, but the way they do that, it just gets under my skin a bit, and it's just like, believe Clark, he's never done you wrong yet, believe Clark. Obviously I know Red Kryptonite's coming in next season, but believe Clark until then. But looking past that minor nitpick, I would have to give this season a 9 out of 10. It pretty much, like I said, set the foundation of what the Arrowverse is, and for a superhero show to be so ballsy and take such risks and fundamentally pay off till it got 10 seasons is nothing more than amazing. And you know, the Arrowverse is going strong to this day. Now, we've seen DC shows fail, like the Birds of Prey show, or the Aquaman TV series that was meant to come up. TV series? I think it was an online series by Apple. I can't really remember. But Smallville deserved a strong season, and we got it with a 9 out of 10 for this season. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, and I'll be like, I like you too, haha. But yeah, please go on and like. Please support Black Lives Matter, the struggle that everyone is going through. If we all stand together, this world will change. Quarantine, be safe, make wise decisions for not just you, your family, and others around you. And I hope you have a pleasant day.